Okay, hey everybody, it's Nick from Twin Tip Productions, and I'm going to do a review of my Dragon APX goggles. So, when you open the box, there'll be, if you order them online like I did, there'll be a sticker. It says, APX powder / red ionized. Powder's the frame color I got, which is basically white, and red ionized is the lens. You'll see that in a bit. So you put out the box, and there's the goggles in there. Take them out. I've had them out before, so I put them back together, which is how I think they come in the box, but it might not be exactly right. These are premium goggles, is what you would call them. So they have a hard case, the Dragon logo on top, APX on the sides, and 9 holes for venting on the bottom. Keep all the moisture out. Unzip it. Open up, and they'll be in there like that with the plastic wrap over the lens. I don't have a plastic wrap over mine right now because I've had them out. So get a cleaner cloth here because I am obsessed with keeping my lens clean. So yeah, you'll take these out, set them there, and then you'll get the little carry bag, and inside you'll have the Dragon warranty information, which is just a whole bunch of warranty stuff, and then there's different specifics on the sheet lens, which would be cylindrical lens and spherical lenses for Dragon's goggles. And then you'll get instructions on how to swap out lenses, since these goggles are interchangeable with lenses. And then you'll get that, and that's all the stuff you get right out of the box. So let's get into the goggles themselves. Alright, so to take a look at the goggles in closer detail, they are what Dragon calls infinity lens technology, which basically means there's no outer frame whatsoever. As you can see, it's all lens, but the frame is just right behind the lens, allowing you to have the best field of vision possible. They're a fishbowl type lens, which means they're just really big and spherical, like almost bug eye. That's what everybody I've seen, like I showed them, and they're just like, you look like some sort of bug. But that's just for a better field of view. So on the lens, this is a what's it called? Red ionized lens. It's pretty much like a red, orangey, yellow mirror. It changes when you move it because it's just that cool. So a little bit of green in there if you look at it from the right angle, but yeah, and that you can get a whole bunch of different lens colors from Dragon's site. So on the lens you got this little Dragon logo right there. Looks pretty cool. It's just a little piece of metal, and then you have vents across here and here. For other venting, we have what Dragon calls their armored vent system, 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. We also have a triple layer face foam for extra comfort. The strap comes out from here in the inner frame. It has the big rubber Dragon logo on either side. Very small buckles, so it shouldn't be a problem to wear under your helmet. Of course, an adjustable strap and 3 silicone lines to keep it on your helmet or your beanie so it won't slide around. So the thing I like about this lens for the goggles, you can get around here, yeah, there it is. So when you look through it, it looks yellow. So it definitely brightens up the snow once you see all the lines and stuff, and the bumps and whatever easier in the snow. So it won't be too bad to wear at night, but I would recommend, if you're going to use these as your sole goggle for snow, whether it be snowboarding or skiing, get a nighttime lens, which would probably be like a rose lens or something. I'm pretty sure that's what Smith Optics calls their night lenses, but I'm not sure what Dragon does. I haven't seen that in a while. So yeah, but other than that, I'll get into the lens changing tutorial. Alright, according to the sheet here, it says first step, you're going to put your index finger on the side of the lens, according to the picture, on the side of the lens, and your thumb in that little hole type thing right there that you're going to pull up. I know this is going to seem really weird to do. You're going to want to try not to touch the lens, especially on the inside, because of the anti-fog coating it has. It'll come off very easy, just like any other goggle. You just push down on the lens there. It should be able just to... I'm still iffy on it, because I've only done this once before. Yeah, just like that. And there's just pegs on the back of the lens. You can see them right there. And then you just continue. It just says to continue pulling the lens off of the frame from this side to the other side. So from left to right, because that's where it tells you to start. And just flip it off. There's lots of pegs in there. I think there's 7 or so in there, and they're all numbered on the frame, as you'll see here in a second. Alright, there. So there's the lens. Comes off. Let me just wipe it clean. I got some fingerprints on it. Having the white bag that comes with is a pretty good cleaner if you don't have anything else. But I just got at the dollar store like a microfiber cleaning cloth for like camera lenses and whatnot, and that works really well. Alright, so then here's your lens, and you can see that black outline, and what that is all the hooks or pegs that hold the frame, that hold the lens onto the frame. So set these down and we'll look at the actual frame. So this is what they look like without lens. It looks really weird, I know, but you can see right there, I don't know if you can, there's a 1, so it'd be the first one you put in, and then they're all numbered, so 1, 2, 3, you do the nose part, and then 4, 5, and then 6 and 6, and 7 and 7, and that'll put your goggles back to where they should be when you put the lens back on. I don't have another lens, so I'll just be putting this one back on. But yeah, I'll put that on and we'll get into my thought. I figured I'd show you guys me putting it back on just for reference. It's not too hard, you just gotta get the just gotta push the frame actually into the goggle. Don't put this, it's easier for me to push the frame into the lens than to push the lens into the frame. Kind of do both at the same time, but I find it's easier this way. That might just be me. You gotta make sure you get those things lined up there, and then you just I'm trying not to touch the lens too much because I hate smudges. Come on now. There's one, and that's why. There. So as you can see, there's some smudges up there. And then we'll just wipe that off. And there you go. Your lens is on. Alright, so here's pretty much, I guess, my verdict on the goggle. Right now my APXs are sitting beside a frame a lot like what I was wearing last season. I wore this one just a few times, my dad's goggles, but just a pair of Bolle goggles. They're pretty good actually, but for me last year this was a big field of view, and I had like a semi-mirrored thing with an orange look through it, 2-layer face foam, I guess you could say. I don't know, they just kind of, compared to the feel of the APX goggles, like it just feels cheap. And I know they're not cheap. My goggles have always been expensive. Even my lowest quality, I guess you could say, are around $80, and that's in my mind a lot of money. I paid $130 for these APXs. I stayed up all night one time. We're trying to win the bidding war on eBay so I can get the deal, and I did. Of course, they're right there. But normally, if you buy them from Dragon store, and also if you order them online, you cannot get the warranty because you don't actually have it sold. Like, it's not sold from the licensed dealer. So, yeah. But warranty's fine if you don't need it if you can keep good care of them. And overall, these just feel so much nicer than any other goggle I've worn. I mean, they sell them off as pretty much more of a snowboarding goggle, but I'm going to use them for skiing, and I know a few skiers have Dragon as their goggle sponsor. For example, TJ Schiller, he wears Dragon goggles. So, I don't think I'm going to be disappointed at all. The field of view in these things are huge. They're super comfy because of all that foam and whatnot, and they just look really clear, and well, from the outside they just look really, really cool. I'll tell you, at my home mountain, I've never seen these on a person before. I've only seen them once, and he was from out of town, so definitely something to catch someone's eye. They'll bring attention to you if that's what you're looking for. But other than that, they're just a really good goggle for the price. If you're willing to pay the money for it, go right ahead. I've compared these with like electric EG2s, Von Zipper fishbowls, stuff like that, and I just felt like this had more features and stuff that I would use regularly. Like the interchangeable lens thing was something I wanted a big time, and this was the only real fishbowl lens that was designed to change lenses in. So, with all that being said, there's the APX goggle. I recommend it highly, and I haven't even used it yet in snow. Next winter, I can assure you I'm going to be so happy just by the way everything's looking. It's just going to be so much clearer, and that's going to be awesome. So, hopefully stay tuned for other reviews and whatnot. I mean, it's summer, so we'll get into some off-season stuff, and I'll see you guys whenever.